Player of the year. Okay. Winner of this game advancing to the semifinals. And it will be the U.S. to control in the 2-point loss to Australia. As Evan Fournier, member of the Orlando Magic, at the point. And the floater goes
right
down.
There where Fournier uses his body, very good at getting the defender on his hip.
He, along with Nando De Colo, who comes off the bench for France, has been one of the dynamic duos in the backcourt in this tournament, and Donovan Mitchell able to answer. Mitchell's been a guy that Greg Popovich, the head coach for Team USA, has said many a times he's got to get some value leadership-wise. Fournier off the screen by Gobert, launching a three, and we're tied up at 5 early on by the U.S. Fournier blocked by Turner. Harris spots up for 3 on the fast break and knocks it down.
That's where we're most effective, scoring off our defense. There's the block shot, open floor. And the U.S. has been very unselfish with the extra, and Pop is the perfect guy to take it over. And it takes time when you start off with the World Cup and just putting your roster together. But this team has come a long way.
Off the bench for France as Ntilikina takes a seat.
And a steal right there, Albisi, and that's what
in the U.S. 5-0. The biggest scare came in their second matchup against Turkey, where they had to go to overtime thanks to Chris Middleton, and the floater. Greg Popovich, having used a lot of depth so far, 10 players have played in this first quarter, and yet France answers.
See Gobert up a little bit more on pick and roll.
Smart with the 3, and the U.S. takes a 2.
Swarming defense by the U.S. Very good.
De Colo with the floater off the bench, and that is a trademark of his first 2 points of this game. We're tied up at 16. Great feed down low from Middleton, able to find Jaylen Brown.
Change here. Good ball pressure there.
De Colo at the point.
Very good flipping screens.
On the baseline, Gobert strong to the basket, followed up his own shot. History to build with a team in a month span.
Yeah, it does. And as I said, they're spending a lot of time together. This is interesting because France has remained big. Matchup inside, posting up, and it's been effective so far.
De Colo with the last 3 for France, as White off the feed from Middleton, able to. Albisi at the point.
There's another post up.
Matthias Lassort off the bench for France gets his first 2 points.
Again, 5-out offense. Barnes, great cut again.
As White comes down with the slam dunks, who brings that veteran experience from international competition, having won gold at the Rio Games back in 2016. Albisi with the 3, and what a back and forth team, who, as mentioned, already qualified for the Tokyo Games next year. Brown, and 1.
Right now, we have a quickness advantage, and looking to spread them out. Kemba Walker has really picked up his defense in this tournament also.
Mitchell, the steal, leads to the fast break, and the U.S. has taken back.
Very good, very physical.
Fournier, who scored the first 5 points for France, back into this game, and the long-range jumper drops.
Fouls in the NBA, but that's not the way it's called here.
Taps into the physical play that we've seen in international competition. Gobert once again, as we set the stage for this quarterfinal matchup. Winner advances to face Argentina Friday in the semifinals, and out of that timeout, what a 63. In fact, France has never faced an American opponent in a knockout stage. As Mitchell, crossover dribble, and an answer for the U.S. Into the hands of Mitchell for the U.S.
Got to make sure we stay into his body.
Great feed on the run to Jaylen Brown. The U.S. defensively have to contend with Fournier, De Colo. A very difficult, challenging backcourt. Fournier spots up for 3 and knocks it down.
He's getting too much. He's getting to wherever he wants to. So he's getting to his spot. We're too far back. Getting over the top on a pick and roll.
Fournier
shot.
Now with 13 to lead France. A timeout taken by the U.S. with France up in favor of France and only 2 offensive rebounds for the U.S. How do they change that?
Yeah, it's a big concern. And the one thing France did, they stayed big when the U.S. went small.
Because of the ankle injury that he suffered in the victory in the opening round against Turkey. Nice. Mitchell, great dribble drive off glass and in. U.S. is going to hold for the final shot here with 6 seconds left to go in this first half. Mitchell drives with the left hand off glass and in, and the U.S. needed last loss. Was in the 2006 semifinals of the World Cup Championships. That was after losing to Greece, as Turner comes out and a good start to begin this third quarter.
They need more of that. I thought the U.S. got wide open looks on their threes. They just have to knock them down.
Turner dealt with early foul trouble as Gobert
Seeing with the defensive pressure they're putting on the guards, it's caused us problems.
A 10-point lead now for France as the U.S. with a quick answer off the jumper.
Marcus Smart with great defense on Fournier.
Fournier with the dribble drive, strong right hand in the finish, and the lead back up to 10 in this game for the U.S. Smart at the point. Mitchell, long range 3, knocks it down. That is the first.
Go to him more. There's a little more aggression. Good rotation by Middleton, low man.
Ntilikina with the great move high off the glass.
He's playing with a lot more confidence. I like him. I think he's a good young player.
Middleton answers and fires off the 3. He's having won 48 straight in FIBA Olympic competition. They've won 58 in international competition with NBA players. Both those streaks in jeopardy because of the likes of that guy, Evan Fournier.
Ability to get the shot up, very strong, get you on his hip, create space.
And Smart comes back with an answer, and he'll head to the free throw line. You get the sense, Tibbs, right now at this point and this juncture of the game, if the U.S. is going to make a strike and a run, it's got to be right now in the form of that guy, Donovan Mitchell, 22 points. Spot to the semifinals on Friday, where Argentina awaits after their victory over Serbia. Fournier with a quick response and a 3-pointer. Fournier closing in on matching his average in this tournament, has 20 in the game. Brown going one-on-one with Gobert in the strong move. That half-court defense working effectively for the U.S. A chance to get it within 2. Nice. Mitchell up and under. What a performance we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
Playing terrific, getting downhill. He's got great rhythm here.
24 points for the Jazz star. And the U.S. making a run late, down 60.
On their defense throughout the tournament. There's a good deflection, high hands, open floor.
Into the hand of Brown. Great bounce pass ahead to Mitchell with the one-handed flush. And we are tied up at 60 as Donovan Mitchell, 26 points in this game.
I think Pop has found a group here that's very effective.
Talked about the difference has been in the form of Donovan Mitchell. Fournier. Off-balance shot. Gobert tried to just slap it in 3 times and able to tap it in.
Oh, we haven't done that yet.
That's a difference in NBA rules compared to FIBA rules. As Middleton sets it up. Mitchell off the extra pass gets the lucky bounce. And Donovan Mitchell. 11 rebounds to go along with his 17 points. And yet France trails by 3. DeColo driving baseline.
And I think that's a good point. He's been through it before. Great offensive rebound there. Good extra pass.
Harris.
Wide open 3.
Barnes knocks down the 3. What a great sequence for the U.S. Off the high screen, Walker, step back jumper, knocks it down.
Smart basketball.
Alongside with Brian Windhorst, quarterfinal matchup, the U.S. a 72-65 lead on France as DeColo knocks down that jumper. But we saw a U.S. team. What's changed the tide in the second half?
Yeah, I think the end of the third, the start of the fourth, the U.S., they're doing it with their hustle, their effort, their extra effort, multiple effort plays, offensive rebounding, kickouts, extra pass, wide open looks, but more importantly, or most importantly, is their defense. They're swarming, getting the ball stopped.
Ntilikina
Got to make sure you're up on him.
is back at the point, driving strong with the right hand. His play has really picked.
And got the switch. Gobert in the post.
Gobert, the give off to DeColo. They're going to wave off the basket. With 13 on the shot clock, down by 5 in this quarterfinal game as the winner advances to face Argentina on Friday. Fournier way off the mark. Batum, though, right there for the offensive. Make that now 13 for Rudy Gobert. Ntilikina spots up and knocks down the 3.
Out there going down the stretch.
Fournier at the point for France. Tied up at 76. Sees a lane and finishes with the left hand. The U.S. their last loss back in the 2006 semifinals of the World Cup Championship. Barnes traveled with the basketball. At the tone early, had the lead at the half. The U.S. came on strong in the third quarter, and yet France has been able to rally and take a 2-point lead.
Good switch.
Down low, Gobert with the two-handed flush. Top of the arc, good pressure defense by Barnes. With 6 left on the shot clock. Ntilikina's going to have to throw one up and knocks it down. A long 2, they're calling it. U.S. dealing with a 6-point deficit, a spot to the semifinals on the line. Mitchell to Walker, high off glass,
good.
And a much-needed basket for the U.S. Mitchell, blocked from behind by Gobert, and a foul committed underneath the basket.
Don't value how important that is to winning, and he does it relentlessly.
From the free throw line, more importantly, has built it back up to a 6-point lead. Walker able to get Gobert in the air, draws the contact that'll put him to the free throw line for 3 shots.
Oh.
In this game,
You have to give a
Walker just makes 1 of 3 from the free throw line, and now a tie-up.
I think we get some movement. It's probably our best option.
Brown with possession. Missed off
And
the shot
Gobert.
opportunity. Great pressure defense in the interior by France. And now a foul committed by Middleton. 79 with under 25 seconds to go.
And you're making a great point.
And Middleton stepped on the end line, a turnover. For Friday to take on Argentina. There will be a new champion crowned at the FIBA Basketball World Cup as France comes in and with 0.9 seconds about to wrap up what is to be a historic victory.